vacante, which literally means seat. The seat is vacant.
Yep.
Should we understand that also during this time, the responsibilities are also
Well,
no one is just responsible for
exactly.
the pops.
There are some decisions that should be suspended and that we cannot take, not even the whole College of Cardinals. There are some things that are proper of the Pope, and they should wait for the new Pope to make some decisions. But there are some other ordinary decisions that should be made, and that is why, since the first day after the Pope's death, the cardinals have been gathering in Rome in the general congregations, because there are some decisions that have to be taken into consideration. We saw it, for example, last the 28th of April was the date that the canonization of Beato Carlo Acutis was to take place.
Yeah, the young man.
Yes, exactly. He's a great example of saintly life. But because of the situation of the sede vacante, one of the decisions that the College of Cardinals took was, okay, we are going to suspend it, we're going to wait. So yes, even though we do not have a pope, there are some decisions that can be taken, and the College of Cardinals are gathering daily to take those ordinary decisions. But there are some extraordinary decisions that we have to wait for the new Holy Father, for the new Pope, so that he can take those decisions.
The time after the Pope's death, actually we had we have seen a lot of activities conducted in Rome. We've seen the burial ceremonies. We have seen even the election is going to take place. So who is exactly in charge of their functioning? Is it the Camerlengo or someone else?
Okay, so there are, as you said, there have been many different activities since the moment the Holy Father passed away until today. There have been many different activities, and some of those activities have a person responsible. For example, announcing the death is a responsibility of the Cardinal Camerlengo. And he was the one that, more or less at 9:30 in the morning, did the official announcement to the world of the passing of the Pope. But there are other activities that correspond to the College of Cardinals, and usually the dean, the dean of the cardinal of the College of Cardinals, is the one that is in charge of those. For example, calling for the conclave and calling the cardinals for the congregations. It was the dean that made that calling. So all of these different activities have certain responsibles. The funeral of the Pope is one of the let's say, responsibilities of the dean of the College of Cardinals. So we saw last Saturday, well, two Saturdays ago, we saw that it was the dean, Giovanni Battista Re, which is the dean of the College of Cardinals. He was the one that presided the mass of Pope Francis. So there are like certain responsibilities that are very clearly established by law. Who is in charge of this? Who is in charge of that? Yesterday or the day before, we saw that there was the swearing in ceremony of all of the people that are going to collaborate in the conclave, that are going to be working in the kitchen, in the cleaning services, that are going to be driving around the cardinals. So because they are also sworn into secrecy, well, that ceremony was in charge, was presided by the Camerlengo. So everyone has very clearly defined their responsibilities, and it works like clockwork. So at the end, everyone knows what they have to do and when they have to do it.
I don't remember, but I think I read an article one day that where they said that Pope the Sixth had nominated his successors. Is that true?
Well, we have in the history of the Church, we know of some popes that presumptively would have chosen their successors, but we are talking about more than a millennia ago, so it's like long time ago. Evidently, in the way they work, some popes indirectly, by having certain confidence with someone or by the work they assign to someone, maybe they would have manifested a certain preference towards one. But nowadays, in the canon law that is now vigent, we do not have that possibility of a pope let's say, naming who he wants for him to be his successor. Nowadays, the process is clearly also defined by law in an apostolic constitution published by Pope Jean Paul II in 1996. So the only possibility for the election of a pope is through the voting process done by the cardinals. So it is not anymore a possibility for a pope to choose their successors.
Wow, was just a good introduction to take us into the core part of our today's show.